Apparel, perfumery, stationery and leather goods, wigs and haberdashery, kitchenware and food going up. First floor, telephones, gents, ready-made suits.
What are you serving for LGBTQIA month? Who's serving tonight? What are you dishing up? Okay, we are going to be here for a good time and not a long time tonight. I was hoping to talk with my friend Brian before work tonight, before his travels, okay, to the money train. But I don't know, I know things come up. I gotta say, everybody, I thought I was gonna be serving something, serious, ferocious tonight, but I'm serving up the allergies, okay? The allergies have come my way. Oh, they done bust me down with some sinus attacks. All right. So yeah, I gotta make it past that. I had a canker sore too. Y'all know those things sting. I had a canker sore. It's just, been one of those days. At work, I had this chemical just bust in my face. It was quite unpleasant. So yeah, I had that ordeal. It was some going ons today, okay? But I still said I was going to try to serve the people with something of alive. All right. But yeah, other than that, I see y'all see the title LGBTQIA. Who's serving? All right. I was looking at some pride photos from last year at my actual hometown, and they're having their Pride Day start tomorrow, actually. So yeah, I was quite pleased to hear that. They are looking for volunteers. So, it's a lot of different events to take part of. I know a lot of people don't know much about LGBTQIA, for the most part. I don't know where I heard this from, but people were stating that the A stood for answering. Who made that up? Because I just looked up the full meaning of the definition of the letters, and A stands for asexual. But I know I heard somebody say that. I think that's when people were, really just playing with the the meaning of the LGBT, because how people, they like to read the letters for filth. But yeah, so the A stands for asexual. But I used to think that it stood for answering, because somebody was saying that. Yeah, and then the I stands for intersexual. I really, I thought the I stood for something else too. But yeah, that stands for, I guess that's like that's like the binary things and sorts. The whole, I'll just go ahead and throw gender fluid up in there too with the I. Hold on, it's questioning, not answering. Questioning is basically if you trying to dip, kind of dip and dabble in it. It's the experience, folks out here. Hazel, hello, boo. How you doing? Yeah, Hazel, dear. I was telling everybody I was a little sinus inflicted tonight. Really stuffed up. And I just had one of those days. Ooh. But other than that, I just wanted to bring these topics because I think we don't hear enough of it when it comes to LGBTQIA And, for this month to be quite a bit of a celebration, I was like, let's just bring forth quite a bit of topics, So, doing Pride Month and up to it, you can serve, in like voguing. Some people like to vogue, people like to do drag, um, be a volunteer. You can be serving as a volunteer. Work those networking skills, baby. Okay. Get out there in a booth, get out there in the entertainment um lineups as well. They have lineups where you can just fool around with friends and have a little collaboration. Okay, at your local pride gatherings. Okay, if you want to serve face, we have okay, the folks like to serve their, to serve face. Just go serve body. All right, butch. Hmm. You got a lot of things you can just go to get out here and give. Can the girls be clocked? All right, go give your clock tees out. Now, some people might be giving you looks and they may not care for it, but you can't do nothing but show, give a little glance, show the respect. All right. So, yeah, this, it's just a lot that you can really do. It looked like they had quite a bit of fun at my hometown's Pride event last year. We're a very festive bunch, I gotta say, for the most part. Um, we do have some folks out here that, I just, or, remaining ignorant. But that's all in the course of life. I'm quite sure people deal with that on a constant basis. And it doesn't even have to just be during Pride Month. But, I just wanted to bring attention to a lot of the new things that are being served. The binary girls, okay, they and them, they're out here. Um, Not sure, their linings or of that nature, but it has a lot to do with the they call what they call it intersex, yes. So when you look up that definition of the intersex, y'all, I already know, to the folks that they just gonna be trying to read and things, they gonna be saying, oh, that's a what's that, freaks or something, saying something ignorant. But no, if you don't look at it all the way through, don't look at it with the biology. Okay, because I looked at it and I had to kind of glance twice. I said, hold on, what they got going on over there? I see a fallopian tube, and then I see what like what's that? Huh? And then I saw they and them. And I said, oh, okay, that's what the I was. But at first I was like, what they talking about? They was like somebody that it's like the female and the male, and they just was like sorting it up. I said, what are they serving? Can we know? Now that apparently the I they just they just serve like the question mark that it's they. So it's kind of hard to really see what they may be serving. They don't want you to. They serve hidden um objects towards life. They serve, yeah, they're very much hidden in what they serve. Nina, hello, baby. Hey, oh, thank you, Nina. It's been a little while since I've seen you. Yeah, dear. I'm just over here, trying to pass by these sinus issues that I'm having. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing quite well. I hope y'all like the background. I wanted to do something that was a little subtle. You see that little bit of flavor of the rainbow at the bottom. So yeah, this is definitely just a passing by. type of live. I wanted to chat with Brian though, but he's probably getting ready because I know he did say he had to work. And I wanted to talk about this. Who's getting out the Vogue? Who's about to be serving a Vogue stance? Okay, or strike a pose. Who's going to be striking a pose for the girls? Um, put on your best. Put on your best, and you get out here. Who gonna go to Target and get their rainbow socks? All right, and just do it up, okay? Oh, thank you, baby. Thanks, Nina. You have a good night too, boo. Yeah. So, y'all, I just was giving y'all a little bit of the things I've come to find out about, the letters of the LGBTQIA and who's serving. Okay. Now, one thing that I'll say, the ballroom scene, that's a lot of where the serving comes into effect as well. Certain people may not know a lot about it. I actually don't know a whole lot about the ballroom scene. Like I've never actually been to a engagement, but you will be surprised at how many straight people, heterosexual men, and women too, they are actually at those. They love, like, it's some straight men and women that really like voguing. They see it as a competition. They see it as a sport, and you will be shocked. Now, I know some folks gonna be like, "What? Ain't no straight man gonna be fooling around at no voguing contest?" Yes, yes, they will. Some of them who actually participate, they I'm telling you, straight as an arrow. Because it's this one guy that was he was around, around the scene, just around the voguing community, and he said he's straight. They said he was straight, and you look at him, you say, "Oh, okay," because the first thing you see a guy that looks, got those looks. He's really a nice looking guy. You always, and then you see them around someone who maybe a transgender, or a feminine guy. The first thing they think is, "Oh, that's a gay guy." That's just a gay butch guy. And then not knowing that that's not even the case. They are there for support reasons, or they may actually work. Like, I'm telling you, this guy, he works just for it. He's kind of not like, he's not a bodyguard, but he just works with the categories, really. And it's great as an arrow. Yeah. Old hole trolling. Hello, boo. Oh, you said I watch a lot of videos, but I don't know ish. Love, I love to go. Oh, yes. Old hole trolling. I think you will have a great time, boo, especially at um one of the local pride events. It really looks like a lot of fun. I myself have not been to. Did I go to one before? That's very surprising. I don't think I've been to a pride event. Nah. I did when I got invited. Did I go to that one? Because me and my barber, we used to have a very close relationship, and my barber. See, I can't even say that. She was like she was a gay girl, and she was See, is this word right to say, Dyke, she was giving Dyke vibes. Yeah, it's not even nothing wrong with Dyke. So yeah, that's the way she really kind of gave up. But she had a lot of feminine qualities in her too. I noticed sometimes you'll really be surprised. Well, most of the dykes that I know, they don't have strong male, you know, um, stances. They'll put their hands on their hips and, they still have their feminine quantities, certain ones that I know. Um, and, that can really be kind of a turn on, I gotta say. You said it does? Yeah. So, yeah, that's really y'all what I think this, I wanted to kind of get out when it came to, yeah, fun. It is, yeah, old ho trolling. Um, I think it's an exciting time. Even, I see certain content creators like LG. I think her and her sister had went to one of the local pride events. I'll say like if it wasn't last year, it was last year before, and they really looked like they had a good time. Yeah, because you basically just get out there and they have your food. And then it's a lot of networking too. I know it's quite a bit of friends being made. Um, just volunteering at a booth and just giving openness a chance because I'm quite sure you're going to see some sites and a whole lot of different diversities of the meaning of pride and how people take it in. Tell her, how are you doing, boo? Good to see you, Teller Maid. Y'all, I gotta say, it is hot. It's really hot right now. Whew. I'm all discombobulated. Sometimes you can get a little discombobulated. Chanel, hey, boo. Good to see you, Chanel. But yeah, it's a whole lot of dancing being served at these LGBTQIA pride events. They be out there. They be focused on that dancing. But oh yeah, so the ballroom serving. So yeah, it's straight men, straight women that really enjoy it. I don't even know really where to buy a ticket from. Like they be having these events and you'll look and you'll be like, where all these people out of nowhere? And I guess they have them in upstate Philly. I'm telling you, I'm just throwing some stuff out right now. I think they have them there, DC, right? Um, I don't really know much about the West Coast. I think they roam around in New York because that's where the guys who I be seeing, because I do follow ballroom throwbacks. And they have all those different categories. It'd be a lot going on. I don't know anything about other than the word Vogue, and I'll look at a Vogue, a duck walk. Oh, when what's the other one? I forgot what the drop. Yeah, it's a drop too, where they drop and it look like they dropping on their head, but they not actually hitting their head. That's why it is a sport. The ballroom voguing, it is like I know people be like, oh no, they can't. Yes, it's a sport because them guys, anybody can do it too. I be seeing heavy guys serve and men, men as well as women. It's a lot of diversity in voguing. Y'all would never believe it. Certain people wouldn't. It's straight women. It's straight men. You just don't know. You would not know about it because it and the transgenders. I'm telling you, let you go home with one of them. You gonna be surprised who it is because these people are serving fiercely. Fi- Like if they are serving face, they're gonna be given a male, or female. They're gonna serve down boots. So let's say because a lot of this stuff is done in the hotel. Meet me at the hotel. So let's say you know you meet up with one of them. You like what you see. You get to the hotel room, and Brian, and maybe another incident, Brian. You're gonna get there. You thinking you got a guy. It could be a girl that just was serving real face, okay, as well as women. It's just a lot going on. You don't know. You know, they don't tell you that stuff. If you watch a Vogan ballroom scene, and I because I had friends that did participate, and I just be looking at them like, I'm lost. I was like, all I see you doing is, you know, um, serving a Vogue stance. Oh, I want to know what's that? The drop. It's something called the drop. Serving the drop, and then they'll go into like what they call it? A battle. Yeah, they go into a Vogue battle, and I say all deals are off. I don't know what's going on here, and then it's crazy because it's like the person that ends up winning, you be thinking they lost. You be like, hold on, what happened? You don't even know where to lead the stage at. I'm telling y'all, voguing ain't nothing to play with, but folks, you got to see it for yourself. Oh, trolling. You said my daughter does drag. Okay, now drag king shows, but I've never asked her about ballroom. I should because I love seeing it. Really, boo. Yeah, I watch a couple of folks. Hurricane, I seen him. Um, okay, yeah. So a drag king too. So a drag king is basically a woman that. Hold on. Which one is that? Okay, a drag king is a butch woman, right? Cause see, I be forgetting that. Cause I know, okay, like Michelle Visage from RuPaul's Drag Race. What is she again? See, I be forgetting about when the women dress up as drag. I guess I think they're still drag queens. But yeah, that's it. The drag kings are the women that dress as men. Okay. Ooh, thanks, boo. Okay, let me put that up here. Okay, yeah, she dresses like a man. Yeah. Yeah, so that is, you're right. That's a drag king. I've never seen well, I don't know. I may have I may have seen a Vogue session with drag kings cuz you don't be knowing. If they really they be like, how balls go. They be elegant, they be sultry. They are there to win because it's hella money involved in the ballroom scene. That's why I'd be like, folks, if y'all would just lend a hand and open up, you may like something that goes into being, into a ball. But you got a lot of men out here that's like, oh, I'm hard, and it's just that's just how it can be. But they actually could probably find something that they would like. Because it's so much different areas. But you may be confused. I can hold that back. You will, if you first time, don't know too much, you're gonna be like, hold on, who's who? I don't know where the we at. I don't know who ain't got one. They coming in ferociously serving face, okay? Serving that body part. And they do it in a way that you just don't know who about to get eliminated sometimes. Because the person that you be looking at thinking is about to get eliminated be the one that may win. And you just be like, oh, okay, I'm lost. It's a difference. It's a whole huge difference. I think I want to say either somebody was trying to explain it to me or I may have read it. Cause you be like, hold on. Cause okay, let's say it's a sport, that you may not know nothing about, but you trying to kind of ease your way into a conversation. And so you may look up something real quick, be like, hold on, what really goes on in, basketball real quick. And you may kind of learn something. That's kind of how it goes, I'll say. Because sometimes like QB will throw out certain Vogue type um stances, like when he was back in the day when he said that chop. He had that song, that song, it's a chop. If you don't, that's one of the easiest ones to kind of learn. A chop is basically when you get disqualified. Other than that, all this other stuff, y'all, I be like super lost because it's so much going on at one time, and the people that are involved, it just seems like they all be knowing what to do. I be like, how they all know what to do? Let me sit in the back. Okay, how T.S. Madison say, all basic bitches to the back. Boom, I'm gonna be right there in the back because I don't too lost in the sauce. So yeah, I would definitely be in the back at any vote session for sure. My first vote, I'm gonna be right in the back. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. Who's serving? All I can do is give you a wardrobe, shoe, okay, or sock. Here you go, baby. Here. Oh, that's what I would be doing. Okay, and every bit of my volunteering, I'll give you. What do you need? What type of attire? And don't be going too detailed in it either, because I'm gonna be giving you something wrong. Okay, this is very much scalpel, and he just took out the spleen. Sorry, give me something simple. I can't do it. Simply, hey boo, yeah, I would love for somebody to tell me if they have ever been to one of those ballroom sessions, and let me know about their experience, because that's something that it goes on during the wintertime, summertime. Y'all, I'm telling you, you would never know. It's kind of like I'm gonna throw it out here as like a secret society fraternity or something like that. That's how they just like have these events, and it's so much money that goes into them. So I be wondering, like, who is sponsoring these ballroom events? I feel like, and this is just definitely just something I'm throwing out here. I feel like it's either some rich folks that are heavy into liking it, until because them rich people got to be there. Them rich people be there, and I think they sponsor these events because the hosts and the people in the competition. I'm like, they don't be looking like they got that bag, got that money, got that bag, got that money. So these events are being sponsored by somebody, and I think it's the folks that's got they throwing out the cash. Somebody doing it. Oh, okay, my old trolling darling. Dear, you have a lovely night and I hope your work day, dear, is going smoothly. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, you said you gotta be on the list. Ain't it? Yeah, simply. I absolutely think you got to be on the list. Um, I'm thinking back to see if I was ever invited to a ballroom scene. No, I don't think so. I actually now I was a judge. One time we had one at a house party. Yeah, and I was up there serving as a judge. Um, not knowing not knowing much of all what I was doing. You're just supposed to sit up there and you're supposed to just give your best look as the judge. Though I was up there. It was and uh, eh, me and a friend of mine from back in the day, her boyfriend, and it was a good time. I'm telling you that night was so fun though. Yo, I'm telling you. It was real fun. Them house parties. That's for the beginners. Okay. You step your tail, you go to a house party, okay, and you a little ballroom session. Okay. It was fun though. It was fun. We had a lot of fun that night. We had a little sip going on. They say y'all sit there. You sit there as kings, okay, and queens. And they was up there giving striking the poses, okay, vlogging. I mean, you see I said vlogging. I've been a YouTuber way too long saying vlogging. Voguing. Okay, they were voguing. And I was like, you give it, serve. Um so yeah, a lot of that was going on, and that was my friend Christian. She actually started. This was back in community college, and she had started like a fashion group. She was in a fashion group, y'all. I'm telling you, we had so much fun. Oh my god! And yeah, so it was. I always thought she was going to be a a fashion model. She could have did all that though. She really could have. Christian was cute too. She had a nice body. Um, I was like, she could have been the next Rihanna. Yeah. Oh, you said I've watched them on TV. Really? Simply, you saw them on TV. See, I've watched them on YouTube for the most part. Um, where did I see one at though? I was not at one, but I guess I maybe it was on TV simply. I can't remember where I saw my first one at, but it wasn't on. It was before YouTube. But things like that, you just when back then, life was just going by real quick. So you go from one scene to the next, not knowing what's really going on. Because like my cousin has had some feminine guys as um some of his roommates, as well as his boyfriend's roommates. They have been vulgars. I say that. I didn't even say that right, but vogue contestants, participants, serving. Okay, and one time he had one. He was just they were in there battling. I said, okay. This was one of my cousin's old boyfriends, and him and his friend just being there going at it, okay, in a Vogue session. I said, okay, now, I did not know what was hitting, what was going on, but that's just how they did it. And then the bags they bring home are like $300, $500, way more than that too. And you got some people are physically fit. Most vulgar vlog vlog. We all this live may have to end soon because all these words about to be flustered. Um, most Vogue participants, they are in quite a bit of shape. Most of them are in shape. Not all though. And it be some funny moments too. It really does, y'all. If y'all I don't know, I have when you have been around um Facebook around surrounded around, the trans community and it's you see a lot. You see a lot of things used to get shared, a lot of videos, and it was a funny time. You Facebook, if y'all thought YouTube was funny, no, Facebook used to be funny too. It used to be a hell of a lot of tea just out of nowhere. You'll see some things. Is that young MIA? Y'all look what's going on? Young MIA, my additional
Money
co-host.
and the power, glass on the powder, blaze up a blunt. What's up, Ro?
What's going on, Young MIA? I know that's right. You better raise it now, Young MIA.
Just chilling. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Nothing much, Young MIA. I was just giving out a little bit of the background of what I've seen out here with LGBTQIA. Um, the whole serving realm of things. Young MIA. I mean, how is your night going?
Not much. Chilling like a villain. I'm actually gonna. I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I mean, there's a good boxing matches tomorrow. UFC tomorrow.
I'm
Uh,
gonna knock you out. Hey.
it's gonna be badass. It's gonna be badass.
Really young at my age. See, it's old, so it's a lot of stuff starting up tomorrow. Is do you know who's fighting? Who's fisticuffing?
For the UFC is one of Khabib's teammates versus Dustin Poirier, and for the boxing is Deontay Wilder versus Zhang, something like that. But it's gonna be a stacked card, pretty badass.
Oh, okay now, young at my age. See, you go ahead to the I'm glad you're here to let us know. It's a lot of sports taking off and events that people can just really take part of. I know, tomorrow that is the official start of Pride, and we have a we're my hometown. The Pride event is about to hit. All
That's
right, it's
cool.
about to
That's cool.
yeah. And volunteering, young MIA. You can
That's right.
volunteer.
That's right, bro. That's right. That's cool. Hey, have you ever
Yeah,
seen that series from Showtime, Queer as Folks?
young MIA. It was certain episodes that I seen of Chris Folk. That wasn't the show that I really took off with though. I
Oh
gotta say.
no, it's badass. It's I recommend it. There's two versions. There's the English version and the American version. The English version is the original one, but the English one is the American one is like the spin-off one. But I recommend it. Badass soundtrack. It's I think it's five five seasons. I'm still holding off onto the last episode because I'm already almost done with the whole series, but I'm still holding on to the last episode. Like
Really, you know
yeah,
what? It had about 6 seasons, right?
five or six. It's oof, binge watched it. I binge watched it, and then I'm gonna probably start
Oh,
binge watching the UK version, the English version. But yeah,
Young MIA. Have you ever seen Noah's Ark? That's a good one.
I heard of it. I have to add it to my watch later playlist.
Yeah, Noah's Ark is real cool. They came on for quite a bit of seasons, and a lot of what Noah's Ark was a very, I'll say, like it went quick. It was just like you'll be intrigued by it, but it's just like a lot of different scenarios because they have different situations
Yeah,
and
that's why it's like it's intended for mature audiences. I don't know. It's like
yeah.
everybody's different. Like some people get it like weirded out. I don't know, but me, it's just like a interesting series, interesting like reading and shit.
Absolutely, and I enjoyed it. I did not have any any moments of the series where I wasn't engaged. And all the characters I feel like really played a part in, just entertaining you. They, but you know what, young MIA, what do you know about the ballroom scene? Me and Simply were discussing it and saying how much money is involved in the ballroom, and that's just as big as a sport, I feel, um, as maybe boxing. I know some folks probably challenge that, but
Ballroom, what is
ballroom,
that?
you got to put a lot in it. Basically, the Vogue scene, because some people don't really think of voguing as being
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah, yeah,
hot
yeah.
as it
Uh-huh.
is.
Uh-huh.
It, I didn't know that, young MIA, on how just competitive it is, and how these guys as well as girls really they hit that gym every day for when you want to be a legendary um king or queen.
No,
They
yeah, it's the world is is a competitive place, the world. So like anything that you actually like think about, whether it's, like selling makeup or selling cars, is competitive. Sports is competitive. Breakdancing was competitive. I'm guarantee, drag shows are competitive. That's why there's always those
Yes.
famous drag queens. Why? Because they compete. And that's what established them to where their position. So I guarantee it's fucking competitive. Everything's competitive. You know.
Yeah, but you know what? See, and that's different too, because like the drag kings and drag queens, they that's a whole totally different thing, because you have them, and then you have the voguing. You would be surprised at how many straight people go to the ballroom
Oh
scenes,
yeah.
young
No,
MIA.
I
They
have no
love it.
doubt. I have no doubt. It's
Yeah.
just that I think it's more depends on which part of the country you're at. Like if it's here in the West Coast, it's gonna be like very uncomfortable for some people. That like it's more like more old school over
E-
here. But over there, like in the East Coast, I think it's more like liberal, more open. It's shit that you see every day.
DC, yeah, DC down to I'm quite sure they probably go down to North Carolina sometimes. All throughout, not only the DMV, but I think I'm not sure how Florida might hit on it, because you know how Florida can be when it comes to the South. But I hear more about it in New York. New York is, but you just don't know where some of these places are that host these events and who's who. Only when you start to watch it, and then it's a lot that goes in it, because I know you probably know a lot about UFC and boxing. You know that sport, so you would know the techniques that go into it, and the people that cheat.
Did you know that there's a boxer that's a female to male, a professional
Yeah,
boxer, a female to male professional boxer who has a record right now it's like 3-1, but she has a one. She's gone against men professional boxers, but like in her weight class, and she has actually beaten two of them. She just recently fought, but that one she lost. But it's always like usually when it gets there's a lot of like controversy when it's a male, when a man goes into a women's division, like in especially in the MMA. Like what's that? It's a boxing, it's Red Fox or some shit like that. It's some UFC chick. But the ones that
yeah,
they don't really talk about are the ones like the female to male professional. The ones that are taking up to boxing. I mean, boxing is like a pretty good sport, but it's not really reported because it will fuck up like with everybody's like pandering. They're trying to sell you this this narrative that there's not gonna be a female to male, that's gonna want to fight some males and shit. Nah, that doesn't exist. It does exist, but it's just that it's not like they don't really talk about it. But People just need
Yeah,
to just like I mean, I have no problem with like the community. I mean, shit, I
yeah.
got friends, got family, and they're human like us and shit.
How do you feel about male to female, boxer going against, or male, because I know Brian has, kind of gave his references on males that go into being female and they, participate in things like sports. Do you have any
I have
sights on that?
I really don't have any problem. I mean, we're in the United States. You have the right to choose what lifestyle you want. There's some that like because there's some that are actually like the perverted ones, the ones with the sick mind that make it they ruin it for like everyone else. They make that community look bad and shit because these are perverts. These are individuals with a sick sadistic like fucking need to like pretend that they're like identifying as women, but for like a different like different different like I don't know. Those are the ones that I have like fucking a problem with. But I don't know how to tell like because it's hard because they might like like pass off as someone like oh like likable or anything, but you never know if they're actually like perverts and shit. But me, I really don't have a problem if you identify as a woman. I don't have a problem if you identify as a man. I have no problem and shit.
Yeah. I mean, over the years, I think as you grow more mature and you may grow with a sense of you, well, I'll say this. Young MA, I think a lot of times people they can I put it? They remain in a space where it's like they're unknowing, but I know people that have stated, and these are straight people that said their mothers as well as fathers always taught them to be respectful of others. So
Hmm.
therefore, they don't have to know what goes into being, a transgender or something like that. They already have set in their head on levels of just, showing a level of respect for somebody, and it's not even them learning the education of it. But then you got these people out here that want to act like they are just so, oh my god, I'm so against what somebody else may have going on in their life. But it's like they haven't took the time to do anything on the sorts of learning, trying to be educated. No, they want to remain ignorant. And then they
Yep, they
also
want to
want
remain
to,
ignorant. They want to be closed-minded. They're so ignorant, but they like to preach. That this is the way to live, this and that. But they contradict themselves. People contradict themselves. That's why a
yeah,
lot of people usually people that are like like in the closet or anything, they're afraid to come out because they don't know how the family's gonna react, and not only the family but friends, how the friend is gonna react, and then they're once they're gonna think about that, they're gonna say, well, I wonder how the society is gonna view me and shit. Well, look what's going on. Usually, it's always since with social media, people tend to just make shine light on like controversial shit. Like always the bad stuff. Like a dude dressed as a fucking as a woman trying to go into a woman's bathroom. That's what they only want to see, so they can slander. But not everyone is like that. Not everyone fucking thinks like that. Not everyone thinks the same.
absolutely. And I always kind of stick with this too, is that the people that are like heavy on the train of using their life towards, this whole, this strong, I don't like to say the word hatred or, dislike towards the community. And, it's just weird. They're surrounded their self around
Yeah,
just
there's
taking it
there's
down.
there's two type of people. There
Mm.
are those that actually like they have a dislike for like with people that are into same sex marriage, and then you have the people that have no problem but they're afraid to speak because then they're gonna be considered weird, or they're gonna be like, "What, you faggot? Like, oh, you like boys too?" That's like a lot of criticism and all that stuff. So it's like it's the silent majority that are afraid to speak out, or like even express an opinion because they don't want to be criticized, or like like it's fucking stupid. Like I'm always fucking straightforward and shit. Like I've told some of my friends, I was like, hey, like, because we were talking about this kind of topic too, and they were
Mm.
first they kind of started counting me. I was like, but then I started explaining it to them. I was like, dude, like I explained it to them, and then they started kind of like realizing. I was like, and then they asked me, so what would you do if your one of your little brothers was gay? Shit, that's my brother, dude. Fucking as long as he's happy, I'm happy and shit. Like that's my
Oh,
brother. I
that's
can't disown him because of that shit. Now,
and
some
then
people, then they would like sometimes ask me like, they always ask, this the typical question, oh, do you think it's a punishment of God, like because you probably made fun of like someone gay and stuff, that's what people tend to believe, that if you make fun of someone, like with a disability, or you mock someone's like way of life, that God is gonna like punish you. So like when you have a kid, it's probably gonna come out even worse. But I think it's just like I'm like, no, dude, like I don't even think that's that and shit. Like, hey, if my little brother was born with like one arm missing, that's my little brother and shit. Like fucking, I don't give a shit. It's not gonna change
it's
anything.
see, and young MA that goes into being a good person. You really are showing that you have openness in your heart as well
It's not.
as
It's not. It's not that I'm a
yeah.
good person and shit. I mean, like shit. Like I do. I'm not a saint or anything. I'm just like straightforward and shit. I'm like, cause I mean, I was raised in the Jehovah's Witness religion, but I didn't go what like a
Oh,
lot of them went through. The shunning and everything. I just stopped going like in middle school.
are
But
you
it
still
does
Jehovah?
like nah. I kind of go sometimes, but not
Oh,
not that much. But it
because
actually
Brian is.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian is yeah, he's Jehovah.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, like, not everybody goes through the same experience, because like the typical shit that they say about the Jehovah's Witness. I mean, yeah, there's people that are there because of their they believe in it, but then you have the fucking weirdos, the perverts that just go there for like hitting on chicks and all that shit. I've seen that shit before, but I mean, like, I'm open to like, I'm
Mm.
like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with people and shit? Like these are humans and shit. Doesn't God say that he like he loves everyone and shit? So I'm pretty sure, because he's not a god of hate, he's a god of love. So I'm pretty sure he also like, doesn't matter if you're, like, if you're gay or lesbian, doesn't matter. He loves you and shit. But it's people with that are ignorant that make it hard to to fucking like explain it to them and shit because they're so close minded.
And it's certain. I feel sad about the ones that are closed in as like introverts or something. Because I know, I had somebody tell me they had um, I guess maybe their brother or cousin, their child is binary. They turned out binary. It's a guy who decided that he wanted to be a teen. Well, he was a teen, I think, at the time that he wanted to be they, and he has a hard time going into society. So it's like he like because he said something that really caught my mind when he said, "Yeah, so now he's just gonna have to stay home forever." And I said, "Huh?" So
Now
I
it's
thought about
because
it.
it's you
He
what
can't
you
leave.
need is support as a support system. You actually need a friend. That's why the word friend or the title of a friend is earned, because you can't just call anybody like a friend. Oh, that's my friend and shit. No, if you're gonna be a friend, you better fucking be there for me and shit. Like if I'm gonna come out the closet, I want to fucking see if you're actually my friend and shit and support me and stuff. Because usually when that shit happens, a friend will actually just like disown you, or like they will get weirded out, and then they will stop like talking to you and all that shit. You have to confront them like. what's up, dude? Like, well, what the fuck, you know? So it's you shouldn't even call those type of people friends and shit. You know, that shit's earned. It's just like you just gotta have a good support system. Not everyone is lucky to have that, but if somebody's like saying, hey, you know what, it's all cool and shit. Don't take it like as a way that probably they're gonna try to like you they're pretending to be cool with me just to mock me and all that shit. No, who knows and shit, but fucking take that risk and say, you know what, I'm gonna take my risk. And if this person says, hey, you know what, I support you and all that shit, I'm gonna fucking take a risk and say, thank you, for supporting me and shit. It's just that's why a lot of young people have a problem is that they're scared. They're scared and shit. Because it's always been like that. That they're afraid. They're gonna be shunned, disowned. They're gonna be criticized. They're gonna be bullied and shit, which leads to a lot of fucking suicides. But it's just that when normal people see that shit happen, like somebody getting bullied and shit because they're gay and they do nothing, they have a guilty conscience. I don't know how people fucking like sleep well. I mean, some people are like assholes like that or scumbags, but me, if I see something that I know is wrong, I will speak up or I'll try to intervene a little bit, but because I don't want that guilty shit on my conscience. I don't want to feel guilty and shit where I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have done something. Nah, if you're gay, bro, fucking it's cool and shit. You're my homie and shit, dude. If it were to be my cousin or if it were to be my my sibling, I don't give a shit. That's my brother right there. Or that's my sister. That's my friend. Like, whatever it is, coworkers. I mean, I have gay coworkers and shit. I'm cool with them and shit.
Yeah, young MIA, and I gotta say fear and what's another one? Fear and pride. That this all comes into place. Fear and pride really can go and hit people to think more mentally about things, where it can kind of just it can make them close-minded, and it's a lot that goes into it. You can really lose yourself sometimes when you have this fear of what people may think about you, and
Yeah, it's
you
just
want to be
it's
this.
people like to tell like other people like, oh, like in order for you to be prideful, they tell them what to do. Oh, you gotta do this, do that, to maintain that respect, to maintain your ego, to maintain your pride. But what they don't teach you is that one of these days you're gonna be hit with a fucking reality that is gonna shock you and shit. You're gonna be like, holy, it's gonna traumatize you and shit. So that's the
Yeah,
thing and shit. People just want to like give advice. People just always love to be that person that like, oh yeah, you know what? I taught that person, like I hope they learn something from me. Man, but you didn't teach them the most important thing and shit, what to do when reality fucking, fucking hits you and shit. And it can come in any fucking form.
yeah, and that's why, like with children, um, I really hate when people try to, a child who is, you can tell they're just in a good spirit, and they, when you see people that are trying to do things to deflect the child, I feel on a level just kind of ruin what that child's personality is. Um, I think, as a sometimes as a parent, I know they can't always see what goes on with a child, how they can just help a child just maneuver through life better. But I know, as children, we all, have these emotions sometimes that we don't know how to control up and towards, teenagehood as well as to adulthood. And, in the mix of things, it's a lot of distractions and you don't know how you're growing with your emotions. A lot of us grow and our emotions may not be in that same space, and the maturity level can be off. And when you also are dealing with certain sexual questions. It's just, it's a lot that goes into it. And then you have, parents out here that is like I know I ain't gonna go in that much into him, but like Bootsy, things like that he does. Um, of I want my child gonna be hard, my child gonna be this. I think Blueface kind of did certain things like that too. And I'm just like, you you have to, I don't know, you're trying to build what you
You
want
have
your
to roll the
child to
dice.
be.
You gotta roll the
Yeah,
dice. You gotta fucking like risk it because that's what life is a risk. Fucking when you wake up in the morning, you go to work. You're taking a risk that you might get hit by a fucking car, that something might fall
yeah,
upon you. Every day is a risk.
yeah,
Don't try to plan anything because if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. But just be grateful that you live to see another day. Um, yeah, like
yeah.
if you want to have a kid, fucking or like adopt, just go for it. That's what I think. Go for it, but just make sure that you're ready and shit. Like make sure that you're ready. Make sure that you do your own research, not from someone else and shit. Yeah, it could be help you out, but you don't want to like follow someone else's way of like thinking and shit. Me, I'm just hey, if you want, you can adopt it or have a kid, go for it, dude. Like just tell me, if it's a boy or girl, I'll buy you a little gift and shit. If you want to
Oh
raise them
yeah,
as a like some like your own way, that's cool and shit. That's you're the parent and shit.
yeah. That's right, young MIA. And I feel as long as the child is not being abused or handled with a vicious type of control, that people's ways of raising are of their own. Now, it's that's what goes into certain judgments and things. But you know the thing to really serve is yourself. Serve as much as you can of who you are. If you have parents that state, not in my household, I wish people were able to be in that space, where they say, okay, I'll just try to handle my business at 18. But sometimes you will have parents where the child could run away. It could be a runaway. I'm
Hmm.
not saying that, well, that's the thing to do, because that can be dangerous. When children do run away, um, you don't know who they're running to. They could be running to
Yep.
something even
And it and
worse.
it and it sucks too because you can't really do you. No matter if you try to help, it's still gonna happen. It happens every day. It's happening right now. Just right now that I'm talking, it just happened right now and shit. Like
What
no matter
happened?
how much you try to like help, but it's gonna happen no matter what and shit. But it's
Yeah,
you try, like we try to like like help whenever we can, but not all the time because like we also have you know um, our life to also that to live and shit.
yeah. And you can do your best. Like, that's why, as I do grow into, more into myself, I will be trying to do more volunteer work, things like that. Just, to lend a hand and, to networking. And you never know who you may meet.
Hey, if you're
And
volunteering for that pride event, go for it, dude. Like fucking, you don't know, man. You're gonna find like like way more support than you do here and shit. I mean, right here, the online therapy is always misused. Yeah, it has its benefits, but if it's done by the
yeah,
right people, but you cannot come in this app, especially in the sector or whatever, like a little community that you're sharing this information on. You're not gonna get that kind of like support. Yeah, there's gonna be some that will support you, but a lot of the times it's gonna be like a lot of shaming and shit. Even though it's like
yeah,
the B sector is like a I think a lesbian sector and shit. People
yeah,
think it's because of beef. No, it's actually a lesbian or like gay group and shit. But people, just don't want to like realize that shit. They think it's something else.
Yeah, and then that's when
What are you gonna do in the
it-
for the Pride event?
I'm not sure yet, young MIA. I was saying earlier, I kind of um fell short when it came to just kind of getting myself ready for it. But
Is it
who
your first
knows?
time volunteering or what?
I never went. Yeah, this would be my first time volunteering for a Pride event. I've volunteered at certain other events, and I just might do it. I think it would be a not a benefit and also a new experience because I've never been to one because they happen very quickly, and sometimes this month can kind of just go past. Also, depending on your workplace, just how much time you have. Because I think like my workplace, they always have an event with it as well too. But it's quite a bit young at my age.
Well,
Sometimes
it's
the
normal. It's
stigma
cool.
builds
It's
your
actually like
pride.
you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. Like I hope you have fun. It's normal and
Oh,
shit.
thank you. Yeah, even if I just get out there, and just do a little dance. What's it called? What's the dance? The
Bogan?
slide, the electric slide or something.
Oh, the
That
hey,
what
do
is that?
you, bro? Do you have fun and shit?
Absolutely. I think I just might. This one is during the daytime, so you never know who you may see too. This is actually in my hometown, and it is tomorrow. It's the on the 1st. So I guess
That's
they like
right.
we got to get this pride out the way, get it on out the way for the city. um, they should have food and music. They have entertainment booths that you can volunteer for. Um, what do they call it? They call it some type of it's another thing that you're volunteering for as well. But yeah, other than that, it's the booths for any things you may want to sell. I think those are sold out though. The food truck they got. I think they're asking for a food truck to come.
Yeah, I volunteered in for events when I was in high school and everything, so I know what you mean and shit. Like, so I can relate. I mean, when it comes to the pride thing, I've been to one with my sister because her friend is gay, and let me tell you, like, there are there are men that have that feminine feature. Like they have that
Yeah,
feminine feature. I mean, this
Shri-
guy has like like he has like curly hair, and the guy looks feminine as fucking shit. And he's gay and stuff. He dresses like a female. And when I first met when I he went to go apply at a mushroom farm that I was working at, and
oh,
and I thought it was a woman. I didn't even recognize him because it's been a while and stuff. I didn't recognize him, and then all of a sudden, my sister said, "Oh yeah, my friend went to go apply where you work and stuff." I was like, "Oh yeah, what's his name?" And she told me his name, and I was like, "Wait a minute."
oh,
I was
he
like,
was
"It is."
serving unclockable,
I was
unclockable
like,
young MA. You would have never known.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Wait, what was he wearing and stuff?" Because she said that he recognized me, but I didn't recognize him. But it's because I haven't seen that dude in a while, but like it's just that he looked like a female. I didn't know it was him. He just looked like a female and shit. And it was funny because my coworkers also thought that he was a female. They were even trying to like hit on him. They were trying to like he worked there for a little bit, but they were trying to get his number. But like it's fucking funny because
Oh,
they knew like I'm not stupid and shit. Like they can pretend that they didn't know, but they knew that shit was that he was a dude. But it's the fact that they still wanted to get his number. So then, like so one of them actually got the number. So like another coworker got jealous. So then that started bashing him. like, oh no, that's a dude and shit. I was like, man, this was a fucking hater, dude. Like, just because this one got my
Yeah.
number, like, I mean, like, hey, like,
Mm.
hey, fucking people are like, like, I think everyone is like a little bit, like gay, subconsciously, because I mean,
Oh.
shit, I don't know how to explain it, but this guy, like my sister's friend, looks like a woman, um, very attractive person. I thought it was a female. Fucking my coworkers got his number, and made some other dude fucking jealous and shit. There's a type of man that that can pass off as a you know as a girlfriend and shit. But yeah, dude, fucking it's normal, dude. Like
Yeah.
people are just fucking weird. They're just afraid to like accept, that what they exist. You will meet one of them
Yeah.
sooner or later. Where it could be like family member, or it could be a friend, but no, don't be fucking like acting weird and shit. Like you're making yourself look like a dumbass. That's how I
Young
feel.
MA, that is all truth right there. Absolutely. I'm telling you, sir, 100%. That's
And,
true, sir.
and it's not because I'm
Yeah.
trying to like look cool or anything. No, it's just that
Mhm.
it's. I mean, we're born in the same fucking planet. We're born in like if I talk about religion, we're both sinners, born of sin. And when we die, we fucking age, but we're gonna be buried in the same fucking dirt. We're gonna still be, we're gonna die in the same fucking earth. We're not gonna die in fucking Mars and shit. No, dude, fucking, we're all the same and shit. We bleed the same color of blood and shit. Like, dude,
And
we're
you know what?
mortal. Just damn, dude.
And what kills me, young MIA, is that these folks that are the oppressors, the ones that I want to really sit down, are the ones that don't even have anybody. And oh, he should be back, y'all. That is my additional co-host, okay, young MIA. But I gotta get this out too, y'all. So the ones that are the greatest oppressors that need to really just take a wooden seat are the ones that are single, that they don't have anyone. Like, are you kidding me? You all here trying to throw the hate parade towards the LGBTQIA community, and you so busy trying to just bully somebody and carry on with ignorance, and you don't even have anybody over on the heterosexual side. That's ridiculous. I really think that's ridiculous. Oh, okay, young MIA. I appreciate you too, bro. This was a great conversation. Um, yeah, a lot of times they're serving ain't got nobody. They're serving they alone. So are they alone or are they DL? I think they DL. A lot of they are. I'm telling you, y'all. It's very strange and weird at first, because at first I was always the type, I never threw a label at anybody. That wasn't what I did. I just felt like, well, they just hate, the community. They really hate them. But when I see that they're not searching either, because I'm like, hold on, you should be searching. And when they're just sitting there saying just how good looking they are and how they can get, they can turn for the next, woman or something. And it's like, well, you don't have one right now though. So and you're not searching. You're not out here dating. You're out here trying to get gay folks to talk to you. You're the one who's saying you're the most uncomfortable with them. Something ain't looking right. So you're trying to keep an image up because you're holding back. You're the one out there that's donating to the ballroom scenes. So you're donating a hell of a lot of money so you can keep your secret safe. Okay, you're the one. Uh-huh. Your secret's safe with me. Okay, those are the go ask the freaks. Okay, go ask the ones, the whores. Okay, the ones that say, "Oh, I got some secrets to the grave that I'm never ever gonna show." Uh-huh. They getting paid up. You better believe it. They getting paid up a hearty amount, boo, by you. Okay, by the ones that we don't care for the LGBTQIA. So yes, this month coming, I will be trolling. I sure will. Just along with my buddy Young MIA. We gonna just troll this whole month. You don't like it? Who mad? Who mad by this title? You're serving. All right. Yes, you are. The to the ignorant ones, they can't wait. I can't stand that LGBTQIA. Learn what A means, okay? Don't you come out here talking about some answering. Who tried? Who was it in the B sector that said it was answering? It is not answering. That is asexual. All right. And the eye is the one that you probably gonna try to read. Okay, they're gonna be reading the eye over there. And it's what does it mean again? Intersex. I even kind of read that one because I looked at it and I said, what is going on with that? But questioning is questioning, not answering. That's their category. To the ones, to the huge oppressors. That they're the Q. Because they're questioning in denial. They're in a denial movement with who they really are, but not really. Like Young MIA kind of spoke out to. They be knowing. They aren't questioning anything. They're full-fledged. Yes, they are. Okay, full-fledged this type of lover. You know how they say tea lovers. Or just all in all ready to jump into the village people's area. They YMCAN as we speak. Okay, you want to add some more letters. They're very much okay, but they're making a name for themselves as being a hater. Be careful here. Y'all better watch. Just serve as best as you can. All right, tonight right here, I'm just serving a little bit of allergies. Okay, allergic reaction to the hay fever. Ooh. But yeah, so I just appreciate y'all though. This was a fun live. I'm very happy that I was able to talk to Young MIA. Brian, where are you? Brian. I was hoping to speak with Brian too. I missed him earlier, y'all. I missed my friend earlier. But we'll catch back up. That's for sure. Oh, Young MIA. I don't know, buddy. I may just be this was a great conversation, but I may just take it to the bed, buddy. Because tomorrow starts quite early. So the first volunteer spot starts at 6 a.m. tomorrow. And I want to say it's like from 6 to 10. So, that's in my hometown. So make sure y'all are also looking at y'all available volunteering opportunities for LGBTQIA. And I'm very much giving that out to the people that have an issue, with this title right here. Get out there and volunteer. And I think you may just change how you feel about it. Okay, you say you're almost done, buddy. So yeah, y'all. I just say hold on to yourselves. that's the main goal of what I wanted to display of what you need to serve your better self, mental health as well. Yeah, that's something that my hometown's pride is displaying, is bettering and upgrading mental health within the community. Because as like young Ma was saying, sometimes not being accepted can really drive you to insanity if you don't know that you don't have to be accepted by others as long as you accept yourself. That is very important to know. That goes from you as young as you are, when you're able to really think for yourself, accept who you are. And yes, your the people that are closest to you, they just may not accept you, but just try to get strong in who you are. All right, young MIA?
Yep.
Yeah, and and I see that, young MIA, that you, I think, learned from a younger stage to just accept not only who you are, but not to take things very seriously. I think you as a troll, I think trolls on a certain level, y'all, the ones that aren't nasty, y'all really have learned, how to take jokes, how to not take this stuff that we see out here to heart, and just kind of move
Yeah,
on.
I don't even troll no more. I don't troll no more. Fucking that shit all. I lost interest the day I felt out with why I detached myself from the other person. I'm just like, yeah, I just lost interest in shit. I'm just usually just being honest on some certain things.
Oh no, young man, you're a super troll. Won't you were just trolling on Trisha's the other day, right?
No, no, I don't troll on that kind of stuff.
Oh. Yeah, do you so you're not you okay, so you're not doing it at all anymore.
No,
This is all young MIA. Okay now. So I mean, yeah, this topic though, young MIA, it's just a lot I feel that goes into it. Um these folks are shaken up. They're shaken up by LGBTQIA. And people do clout chase off of it too. They are clout chase. These people that are highly dissatisfied, apparently with the month being given to, the community. They don't, care for it. But I'm like, you can't make it go away. Like you're one person. You can't make it go away. Just like I tell people that if I understand, you may have a defect towards the transgender community, the T, but transgenders are always going to be there. And then um on some level, it can happen to anybody that was confused when they were younger. And like you said, if you have that heavy disdain, um something like that could be set up for you. It could be, labeled as a trial that you may have to actually go through. And it's sad to see certain people that are so in that space that they drive their children away, or like, lead their children to mental health issues.
like a gay
Maybe.
conversion camp. Yeah, that's.
Mhm.
I mean, um,
They said it works though too.
but at what cost?
Yeah, it can take your whole personality away, and it make you basically what's that word, y'all? It can make you not desanitized, sterilized. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that they probably sterilize you and just take away your whole spirit. I don't believe anybody should get their spirit taken away. But you do have people, they stand strong in it. Oh, okay, young MIA. I greatly appreciate you, bro. We will be, I'll be hollering at you later. You have a good night. Yeah, y'all. So, I'll say on my panel right now that young MIA said he is officially no longer a troll. He has retired his trolldom, and he is just up here to provide his true self and opinions and facts too. Young MIA came with a lot of truth serum tonight. Okay, he was serving, all right, the girls a little bit of truth out here in the air. So I hope y'all catch that. And I'm going to check y'all out later. This was much appreciative. And we will not stop. Courtesy of Holly Bear. Okay? I will not stop serving. So yeah, I'll be seeing y'all. Thank you. And please have a good night. We're going to go out with what can be served at the ballroom scene. I'm glad we talked about the ballroom scene. Uh-oh. Okay, that was the wrong. Look at me about to get a copyright. Not on this. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me pull out that video. Oh, see, look, I was on all those TikToks. Them TikToks will get you caught in the wrong area. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Are you being served? Here we go, right here. You better. Oh no, not Hilton. We're not trying to serve the Hilton. Okay, not right. Ooh, that food do look a little good though. But no, we're not serving the Hilton. This is what we're serving. Oh, cash register. Get yourselves ready. L to the LGBTQIA is being served tomorrow. Okay, this is the start. If you're mad about it, go to the department store. Okay, and ring yourself up. Get served. You hear that? We're going up. Oh, hold on. No, serve a little bit more. Go get you a telephone and you call somebody and tell them that you're mad. LGBTQIA will begin tomorrow. Going down. All right, everybody. Good night. And have fun. Okay? Be yourselves.